What's up, everybody? It's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Trey, and as usual, I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. Now, this is a basketball, well, it's a sports show, but y'all know I love my hoops, and y'all know I gotta talk about the Blue Devils at some point in time. They're my boys, Cooper Flagg, the projected number one pick in the 2025 NBA draft. That's right, this upcoming draft. He's apparently making some noise, not on the court, but off the court, saying that he wants to come back to Duke after this season. The number one pick, the projected number one pick, may want to forego the NBA to come back to Duke. Okay, I understand that. He wants to come back to Duke. I get you. Like, I want $1 million and to be married to Halle Berry all the time. I am not married to Halle Berry, and I'm not a millionaire. So again, we want a lot of things. Like, people in hell want ice water all the time. Sure, they not drinking no ice water. So I would be quite shocked if it happened. Like, for me personally, seeing Cooper Flagg and Cameron Boozer on the same team, that's crazy. But again, I believe he's NBA bound. And ladies and gentlemen, the boy is rounding up, averaging 20 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 1.6 steals, 1.2 blocks on 49% from the field, 37% from the three, and 81% from the free throw line. Keep in mind, he's reclassified, so he just turned 18 late December. That's a lot to consider because, again, he wants to return to Duke, and he is young. So I do get that, right? Like, I remember Jared Sullinger, 2011. He was projected to be the number 2 pick, right? Went to Ohio State, did his thing, averaged 18 points, 10 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 0.5 blocks. He did return back to Ohio State for his sophomore year. Again, he was projected number 2. Number 2 is only 1 pick off from number 1, ladies and gentlemen. So there is a little bit of a precedent for maybe Cooper Flagg returning back to my Blue Devils. Now, here's the thing, Doug. I gave you those things. The pros to Cooper Flagg returning, there's a couple, right? Because keep in mind, like I said, he reclassified, so he's young. That means you don't have to go up against professional. It's a fun atmosphere. And that, I understand why he says he wants to come back to Duke. It's a funner atmosphere. It's a more fun atmosphere than it would be, let's say, on the Wizards, right? Then, that's point 1. Point 2, you get to compete against your actual class. Again, he reclassified. So imagine you actually getting to compete against AJ and Cameron and Nate and all these boys. Like they're your class, bro. They're your age group. So that, I think, could actually go pretty well too. So I think if I'm Cooper Flagg, I'm thinking, you know what, maybe I could play against my own people. And then let's think about this too. He said he wanted to come back to Duke, right? So what happens if he wants to spin the block back with Duke University? Whether you win or lose a title, I think that's okay. So again, the pros, there are a couple for him. Now, a couple cons are, well, easily, if you get injured, that kind of messes you up a little bit. You can get injured at any point in time, but you would rather get injured in the NBA than you would in college. Just me personally. Because you get your bag, you get your paper. How about if and this is another point, how about if your stock drops? Like, you have other players coming in who could actually outclass you on the floor. Yeah, you're the sophomore, but these guys are new. You know, people, you know how we are. You know how fans are. Someone new and is exciting. Oh, wow. Yeah, we got all eyes on this person now. So that could happen. Keep in mind, Jared Sullinger, I brought him up, right? The number 2 pick projected. When he came out and went to the NBA, he was the number 21 pick in the NBA's draft that next season. I'm not saying Coop drops that much, but I'm saying your stock could drop. And when your stock drop, which goes to my next point, you lose money. Now, keep in mind, Coop also has an NIL deal right now, but versus the NBA contract, that's a little bit different. Now, he's making about 4.2 M's on his NIL deal. If he's number 1 pick, he would get 11.5 M's. And if your stock drops, well, you probably gonna get about 6 to 7 M's, maybe 7.5. Them M's start adding up over them years, though. So again, as the number one pick, you can get the most money right now. And if you do stay in college, that's cool. But just understand that you will be losing a lot. And also now people will be wondering, this is another point, is he ready? That's still looming over your head. I believe whenever you're in college, you always will have that. I don't care how you perform. You will always have that looming over your head until you actually go to the NBA. Kyrie, Zion, JT, AD, KD, it did not matter. You will always have that over your head until you actually go to the NBA and prove yourself. We've seen you play against Bradley Beal. Doesn't matter. So those 4 points from cons make me think, he is going to go to the NBA. That's just what the history has shown us. So again, as a Duke fan, I would love for him to come back. We would get to see him and Cameron Boozer, Carlos Boozer's son, on the same team. And these boys will be fighting for the projected number one pick for the next year. And if we could get both of them on the same squad, I would love a Final Four matchup with my boys, AJ DeBonta and BYU. UConn, because of their recency, right? They won back-to-back championships. And then some Cinderella team. I think that'd be a wonderful Final Four. NBA ratings-wise, fan ratings-wise, entertainment ratings-wise, I think that would be lovely to watch. But more importantly, think about the NBA draft. Because now the number one pick, you could potentially choose from 3 players. 4, maybe. You got Cooper, Flagg, AJ DeBonta, Cameron Boozer, Darren Peterson, who I like, 6'5" point guard, could be a solid combo guard in the NBA. Like, there's some players here that you could really look at and say, dang, maybe I might want to take that. Like the number 2 pick, whoever it is for the 2026 draft, if Cooper decides to say, probably is going to be happy. Because whoever they pick, they're going to be happy with regardless. Like, it does not matter. It will not matter. Maybe even the number 3 pick as well. So, again, Cooper Flagg, I don't expect him to return. I really don't. And I'm saying that as a Blue Devil fan, I biasly would love for this man to return, but I don't see it happening. But if it does, though, y'all going to see a happy Trey. I promise you that much right now. But I'm curious if y'all think Cooper Flagg will return to Duke or if he will go to the NBA. I'm definitely curious what y'all think, because y'all heard my take. But that's about it. That's about all the time we have, ladies and gentlemen. So definitely be tuning in to Cooper Flagg and Duke University this year. We're doing some good things. Shout out to the girls Duke team as well. They're doing pretty well. They daggone selves. You know what I mean? Got to spread the love when we can. And then while we also on the subject of basketball and sports and whatnot, now analysts, please like, subscribe, comment, tell anyone about my show. My name is Trey. I'm the host of Get a Bucket. Hope you all are having a good one. Take care.